Hey everybody, it's your girl, Griselda. How you doing? I want to talk about power and spirituality and justice as it is used and observed in our society versus universal justice, which is a deep and powerful symbolic reunion of the opposites within ourselves. In Hermeticism, it's called the Philosopher's Stone. In alchemy, it's the sacred reunion or sacred marriage between the masculine and feminine principles within the self, outside the self as a consequence, as a cause and effect of that. And it's also something that we can look at in terms of a true sacred democracy, and that is what democracy really means. The other video I made a couple days ago, it's just here somewhere in my carousel. It's the last video I made. I talk about language and how powerful that is. Language is deeply important. If it's on the front lines, in fact, of the importance of creating a government, creating a state, right? It's part of the consecration in the creation of the state, of the government, of a government. And so when we're talking about language, when we're talking about power, we're talking about the same thing, because language is power. It is the most hidden power, and it is the most potent power. It is more powerful than the fist, because you can use the fist, you can use war, you can use guns, you can use knives, poison, environmental attacks, you can use anything to murder people. But the ideas, the formless ideas, and these archetypes that I talked about last time are perennial. They're forever. You can't kill those. And that is what frustrates a people, a person with God complexes, is they will never be able to kill logos, the word. I'm bringing this up because with everything going on, I'm talking specifically about Palestine and Gaza. But it's not even, it's about that, but so much more primordial and deeper than that. And to get to those spaces where it's primordial and deep, where it's hidden, we have to start to want to learn how to ask different questions, but we have to pass through the mundane questions first in order to get to the sacred, the most hidden, the most pure. However much something is hidden is in direct proportion to its purity. However much something is finally brought out into the exoteric realm from the esoteric will be in direct proportion to how much it has and will become profaned. And this is not even a judgment when it comes to like, oh, you're unclean, and this is clean. I mean, it's like that. But I think that what we've been doing is we've been very linguistically promiscuous, but we don't know that we are. Because we want to find another reference. So this is why language is so important, to grasp a deeper, more powerful language that will create a new framework for everything. What we thought was north was in fact, west or something like that, when universal alignment comes, as opposed to social justice. Social justice is still working within the frame of the profane. So it doesn't ever find its liberation. What it finds is its power exchange. It's, those who were living under the thumbs of a power for a long time, when they find a freedom, or they find, a freedom inside of the framework of social justice, it's a very binary freedom here. It's stuck in duality. So it has no choice. Well, it doesn't have a choice. It certainly has a choice, but it's hard to see the third choice. So what it winds up doing is it winds up just becoming the next power. And the next power is the old power. And then there's nothing new. There's nothing fresh. It's the same poison presented to us as liberation or freedom or progress. It's not. It's regression. It's not progression. Power is not static. It is constantly in flux. And sorry, my hat's falling. I wanted to wear my magician hat today. Power is not fixed. It is flexible, and it moves, and it shape shifts. This is sort of the essence behind the emperor who changes clothes, the story. It is the outside that looks different, or it is the name of a people or the name of a person or whatever that looks different. Skin color, hair, culture, I guess. But the culture and the person or the people, they unwillingly a lot of times adopt the same value system as the one who oppressed them, the one who offended them, the one who enslaved them, you know? Where else were they supposed to go? What other reference do they have? Where is a third point? The third point is the doorway toward liberation. I always have talked about, liberate us from freedom. Liberate us from freedom. Liberation from freedom. Because freedom in our society is recycling. That's really what it is. It's a hashtag my turn. And I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Liberation allows for expansiveness, and it's not like a duality, and not like it doesn't include the word but this, but then there's that. No, it includes the word and. This is true, and this is true, and this is true. And we don't have that conversation right now. We don't have that in our political discourse. We don't have that in our Western society. We don't have it. It's rooted in the desire to be right and making everyone wrong, which is a very infantile, narcissistic way to exist. Religious dogma is the same as political dogma. Political dogma is the same as religious dogma. It is the law of polarity. The same thing, just operating, it just difference by degree. And so if we say that we are interested in, social justice, if we say we are interested in that, I don't believe you unless you show some kind of leaning into understanding universal justice. Because I can say if universal justice showed up, where is she? Oh, look at this. Look who I have here. Ma'at. If I showed up, then everyone's fucked. Everybody's fucked. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you, everyone's hands are dirty. No matter how oppressed you think you are. Everyone's hands are dirty. Confess. It's confession time. Power is not fixed. It is flexible. It shapeshifts. And whoever holds the power, whether it's a person, a group of people, a nation, who were once oppressed, it's hard to let go of that in terms of of letting go of that identity. It's hard to suddenly be the one in power. What do you do with it? How do you use it this time in a different way? Do you want to use it in a different way? Be honest. The least we can do is be honest about that, right? Be honest with ourselves about it. Be honest with each other about it. Instead of all this bickering, it's boring. It's pseudo-intellectual. It is intellectually dishonest. And here we are, chasing our tails and paving the road to hell with our good intentions, right? I hope this all makes sense. And that I wasn't just rambling on. Anyway, thanks for listening. And I'd love to hear your comments. Anything that this little monologue of mine, this video of mine might have brought up for you. Maybe clarified some things for you. Maybe pissed you off. And if it pissed you off, I really don't care. But if you feel seen or feel like this has helped you or be able to articulate, or this articulated something that you needed to find the words for, I would love to hear about that in the comments, okay? And look, I truly do wish liberation so desperately for all of mankind. Do you feel it? Do you feel that? Like, wow, what a relief, man. What a relief. Until next time.